Hello and welcome to episode 45 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.3 Let's Play. It is March of 1813 in our town. We have 2,520 residents. Last time we had a little bit more of an expansion of our pathways here. Fixed a couple errors around the town in terms of logistics and warehouse supply, added some more housing. You know the drill. Pretty much the same thing we do every time. There is still plenty left to be done. I've got a few notes from the last episode as well as some other stuff that we've been trying to work toward for quite some time, so we're going to go ahead and dive right on in. And first thing, we need to address these salt works. We have this guy right here is way far away from water that he can actually use without, taken from these guys. So I think it's probably smart for us to just give him his very own well and just mark it only for production use. Just put it somewhere around here so we can fit in a stone well right in the friendly confines of his little work area here. And let's see, rotate that a little bit more. Yeah, we'll stick that guy right there. And once it's built, we'll mark it for production only. And then we also need to take a look at the other ones. This one right here, I am not worried about. We have a platform right there, so that's A-okay. And this guy, well, it's pretty close to this one. But he is a little closer to the actual river here. And there's not currently... not currently a... what do you call it? A platform here. So let's go ahead and just, put one in. I can go ahead and remove these two hay dryers. I don't think we're really going to be missing much of anything. Once the game decides to... be finished performing calculations, that is. A very frequent site. But now we have this shoreline available if we want to do something, maybe some decorating later. But I'm pretty sure at this point our hay needs are pretty well taken care of. We have about 47,000 stored. We have a couple dedicated areas. We have one here, we have one here, and then we have another one over here. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be just fine as far as hay is concerned. So that should take care of that guy. Then we have this guy all the way over here. Now, we don't have a platform nearby. We do have some wells, but I'm going to turn those off for production because these people need to have some water, and we're going to give this guy his very own platform right down here. Give them something to do. And then I think this is the last one, but let's just make sure. Yes. And we, as you can see, do not have a lot of salt. We have about 500. We really should have a lot more. So we're going to need to build another one, another salt works. So let's go ahead and get this guy up here and look for a spot that's going to work. Now, most of the map, part of the problem is that most of the map has already been built. And areas that might really benefit from having a salt works do not have any open space, which is unfortunate. And some of the open space we have isn't going to work to have a salt works on it. I guess we could technically put one here, but it's not really a great spot. This is not suitable land. We already have two over here. So I think if anything, we probably want to build another one in this area. But I don't want to take up good space we could be using for a farm or for houses or anything. So probably not going to put anything over here. But we do have all of this space over in this area, except almost none of it, except for a couple pockets, is, well, going to work at all for salt works. So let's just check and see. This right here might not be a terrible place. It's not a great place for it, but it would work. Of course, right here would work, but we're not going to put that there. I think based on the distribution of how these things are laid out, we have two right here. We have another one over here, and then we have this guy way over here. Probably would not be the worst thing ever to just stick one over here and have some sort of a something around it. So I think we'll stick this guy right here, and nearby we can put in some helpful things like maybe a cart shed or two. Just back those right up to it. Just that cart shed right there. And then also, if we can fit a wagon shed, I think Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's like it was supposed to go there. That is a thing of beauty. Right there. You just back those things right up. Yeah, so this will also help move some of these materials around. And we are going to continue expanding into this way, maybe with some of those houses. Like we've got right here. We have our forestry. It needs to be relocated. So what I'm going to do is have these guys stop doing that. And we'll build another forestry somewhere else. I think for the time being, it probably would not be the worst idea to just stick another one somewhere around here. Probably right here would be fine. I'm going to turn it around, though, so they can get into other areas a little bit better. We'll put that one there. And then, thank you, email client. And then we'll have to put some more over here. We do have plenty of extra people looking for jobs. So we could have a whole lot of these things going. I don't think we need to, though, because as far as wood supply goes, most of it's looking pretty good. We have 108,000. Sheesh, 108,000 wood. That is quite a lot. Got plenty of bark, and now it's actually being distributed, so that should not be an issue. And firewood, we have almost 190,000 stored, so we really don't need extra forestries. We just need better distribution of all of our stuff. And I did see something complaining about not having working taverns, so let's check our alcohol. Yep, we don't have any mead. That's probably what the problem is. Got plenty of beer. We have tons of that stuff. And Hiroko, we just do not have any mead because that's not something we can produce. We have to import it. And I believe these guys are the only people that will sell it to us. But as always, we have other things we could be selling to get some money, so we'll go ahead and preempt that. Yes, yes. We are a clothing and shoe powerhouse. And we have apples as well, exporting those. Let's do that before they go bad. Sell some Hiroko because we have tons. And everything else, sunflower oil. Yeah, see, now we actually have a pretty good stock of it. So I'm not going to sell all of it, but I will sell some. Sell 2,000 instead of 4. Yeah, we can only have 5 export deals. And in the meantime, since these guys are still here, we're going to have all this money coming in. We might as well use some of it. See if I can buy 6,000 lime. We're going to need that later. Dried fish. See, if we had enough salt, we could actually make a pretty decent amount of dried fish. Well, actually, we have 2,400 salt's not bad. But I think it's probably going to be easier for us to just import some dried fish so our people can eat. Flour. Yeah, see, we just aren't making enough wheat, which I know seems kind of ridiculous based off of everything else that we've been working with here. But we have 6,000. Do we just not have enough flour? Is that what the problem is? I guess that's probably what the issue is. Because we have windmills, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. We only have 3 windmills. How in the world did we get away with only having 3 windmills? Well, that's going to be a pretty easy thing to... maybe not. So I thought I was going to have room here. I guess I have room for 1. 1 windmill. Sheesh. Alright, well, let's see if I can squeeze this guy in here. Yeah, this is... it's going to count the green whatever area in front of the doorway as occupied. Now, I thought... Aha, right here. Oh, come on. Only place that a windmill is going to fit. Let's go ahead and turn on 12 times speed. Just so we can actually attempt to get something done today. So we'll get that on. They haven't even built this yet because they're waiting for the tree to go bye-bye. Alright, and here we are with these guys. Yeah, let's buy lots of mead. Lots of mead. Can I buy 20,000? I think I can get away with that. Broadcloth we can definitely sell. 2,000. Probably sell more. Warm clothing we don't have a lot of, but I will sell regular clothing. Easy sale right there. Beer, easy sale. And apples, I believe we already sold, so that's fine. Window glass. See, now we're actually making it, so I don't have to worry about importing it. That's good. The mead, I mean, I imported 20,000. I think that's probably going to have to be enough. Yeah, so we're going to turn this off for citizens, production only. So hopefully that speeds them up, makes things a little bit easier for them. We have this platform here ready to go. Once it's constructed, this will be very convenient for them. So they say all work is done. I think what we're going to do is just bite the bullet and destroy everything because, well, we don't need it. And I'm going to get rid of everybody except one so they can't bring any more trees in here. Then we'll demolish this forestry, build a couple more houses, continue building here. And these market stalls don't have... We overbuilt market stalls. We don't have anything else to supply in here. Although there's probably a pretty good argument to be made for stocking things that don't automatically show up. Just so people have those. So for example, things like beef. And then I don't think I see any... I don't see any chicken or anything. So let's just do chicken meat. We can also put in some more, you know, different things in here. Let's go ahead and unbuild this forestry real quick. And then we can put in houses. And then maybe here in the very, very corner, we can put in a whole bunch of chicken coops. Because it seems like we never, ever have enough chicken or eggs. And that's actually something we could be selling. So we might want to get on that. We'll see. It just depends on how much the game wants to let us actually, you know, play the game. Instead of just performing calculations all the time. But hey, that is, that's the experience of playing the game. So there you go. We probably are getting pretty close to the end of this one. In terms of playability. Might have to actually just stop and do live streams only, but for right now, it works. It works well enough. So in terms of other things we want to build today, of course, we have to build row houses. We always do. But I do want to flesh out this corner a little bit more. Like I was saying, put in some more of those chicken coops and see if we can get things a little bit better organized. I know that's what I say every time, but we have a lot of people looking for jobs. And I feel like we could make very good use of them with some more logistical stuff like the cart sheds and the wagon sheds and everything. As long as we're not spoiling crops that haven't been planted or haven't been harvested after they're planted, I think we're probably okay. Lots of fallow fields. Okay, where's this ox die of old age? In the saltworks. Okay. Well, conveniently, we are located next to the bull shed. Near enough, at least. So I'm going to bring that guy in here. Just check. Ah, there isn't one here either. So that's probably also contributing to some of our problems here. Alright, so that guy is going to go up here. And there, those are both 4 years old. Okay, so that should help our thing along here a little bit. Once there's, you know, actually 2 of them working to make salt. Yeah, numbers are improving already. And unbuilding is just about finished, looking pretty good. I just gotta grab these things, get them out of here. And I'm sure that's going to be fun waiting for that. But let's go ahead and make this empty. I think they've kind of already caught on. But it doesn't have to take too long. In the meantime, we can apply this house into the corner here. And then when that's all picked up, then we'll have some extra space. Okay, now this is not looking too bad. It is... maybe it's just an optical illusion, but I feel like this doesn't quite match. I guess we will have to wait and see what ends up happening here, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just nice when stuff matches and looks nice, you know? Alright, yeah, they're just about finished with that. Going to be working on getting those last bits cleaned up. Very close. Just need a couple more people to come get it, and we can place this other guy and then go on with our lives elsewhere on the map. Of course, as soon as I say that, they are nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Well, that's fine. That's how it goes. Another thing we really need to get on is decorating these paths. Even if it's just some trees down the middle, I think would go a very long way into making this area look nicer. I know we have a lot of pathing to continue to work on over here, especially this really large area here. I think could really benefit from some carefully placed trees, fences, and paving. And I think we've got some space here for some other buildings too. I don't know exactly what we can fit here, but we'll see. We've got a couple options. I don't know that I can fit... It'd be really nice if I could fit a cart shed here, but I don't think I can. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. That right there. That's good. That's gonna be nice to have there. This saltworks is coming along quite nicely as well. All right, now is this picked up? It looks like it is, so we'll go ahead and plop our last house in, line up the corners. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Making progress now. Yeah, so my theory was kind of right about this not being perfectly straight, but who cares? It's fine. It's not going to kill anybody. So now, in June, for some reason, we have 50 open vacancies. I don't really get that one. Not quite sure what that's about. But what I need to do is make sure it's not going to tell me outside of the map range. I just want to see how far I can go without putting more market stalls in. I think these guys are probably fine. So what I'm going to do here, get this to be about the maximum size. Plop this in. No, that says too long. Okay. And then what we'll do, we'll build this house here, and then in the very corner, I will look for the chicken coops again because I can't find them. There we go. And I think if I have done this correctly, we'll just see here. If I have aligned my buildings, which I haven't quite gotten perfect yet. If I put that there, I should be able to... Not quite. So here's what we'll do. We'll get rid of that. And instead, in the corner, I think I can get away with this. Move this out a little bit and then see if I can get this. Okay, no, it needs to come out a tiny bit more. I know that's a little irritating. I believe that is far enough out. Okay, that's too far, but what I can do, now I know this is why are you spending so much time doing this? Well, because I can. That's really the only answer that we can possibly have here. But those two chicken coops right there next to each other. It seems like that's going to work nicely. Now I can also put a third right here and have like a critical mass of chicken coops. So if we did that, then we have this whole like corner area of chicken coops, and I can't, well, I could do that, but then they couldn't get in. So instead what I think I will do, just put another one right here, and then I don't think I can fit a warehouse here, but if I can... Oh, look at this. Look, okay, first of all, this is hideous. It's incredibly ugly, but it does technically fit. I think I will, I think I'll save them from that horrible fate, and I'll just put, let's just put this right here. But the idea is that this warehouse is going to hold resources to feed these chickens. And then we can also put in a number of wells right here that all of these chicken coops can draw from. Or really anybody can draw from. So I'll just put 4 wells right here. Nice and easy. And that is going to work out quite nicely. Next door, we'll put in a full-size granary. And all the chicken products, parts, trimmings, etc. can go in there. I just have to decide exactly where this is going to be. I could put another thing over here. I'm just trying to efficiently use as much of this space as possible. All right, because we're so hard up for space, right? That's how this works. Well, I digress. We'll put this here because what this granary can also do, if we have enough space, is purchase items from all of these houses. But I don't quite know if we're going to be able to do that. I might end up putting another one, but that's definitely going to be very good time-lapse fuel when these guys get to that. Right now we got to get this forestry done. And then, oh, we actually have this area we can start setting up. We haven't done hardly anything with. So let's go ahead and purchase the carts. First of all, we have to hire some guys here. Saltworks. They're already eating barley, so that's fine. We'll apply labor limits, say 4. There we go. Okay, I clicked on the wrong one. Come on, there we go. And this is going to have to be a similar... Yep, there we go. Should actually... How much more barley do we have? Oh, we have tons of barley. Let's supply all of our wagon sheds with barley. And then, I believe, once everything is here, we can start ordering... Well, we can order the wagons anyway, because we don't have the draft horses. Just want to make sure that I had that starting to be supplied first. And let's see, wagon shed, cart shed. Good to go. This will start getting used. Wow, the carts are almost done, actually. Do we have water? Yes. We have hay. Okay, looking good. Where is the closest well for these guys? I guess we probably need to build another one. Probably would not be a bad idea to have a couple over here. So let's just see. I think probably are going to need a hay barrack because we're going to have beasts of burden there. Yeah, let's just put a couple of these little guys over here. All right, there's one. And then right next door, we'll put a stone well just for production use only. Looks like our forestry is all done. I don't think I have... Oh, I do. Okay, well, let's apply that then. Bark-wise, I think we're looking okay, but it never hurts to have more, so we'll just go ahead and set that. Also, looks like they're looking to hire, but it's harvest season, so they're probably not going to find anybody right away. Alright, so this is supplied. This needs some draft animals, so we'll come on over to our bull shed. Make 2 oxen of age 5. There we go, and then we have our stable. We don't have a lot of young horses, so let's just take these younger males. And I think they're going to go ahead and get those guys over there. We should probably check the rest of our wagon sheds. See if we have any dead horses. Doesn't look like it. A couple of them need repair. Okay, so that's looking all right. Probably could stand to have another carpentry over here too. I know I'm making the world's ugliest, ugliest, super compact, whatever you want to call this stuff. But hey, if it works, right? So I guess we'll just stick that guy right there. We can add that to our time lapse here in a little bit. All right, so house is coming along. We probably also need to start building some more row houses. And this area would not be a great place to do that unless the hill allowance has improved. Okay, uneven terrain, uneven terrain. Some of this area might actually not be bad. Other parts of it definitely would be. We're going to want to put a bridge somewhere, maybe not right here, but somewhere around here. We're probably going to want a bridge, so we're going to want to plan for that. Let's see. Can I, because I know he changed the way that the bridges work. So now it's no longer going to just be completely insane. But that looks kind of lacking in my non-professional opinion. So if we were to do this, we probably would have to go... Yeah, to get that to be level, you got to go pretty far. If you start lower... Okay, that just looks bad. So if we were able to find a happy medium, kind of, a place like this, not the worst thing ever. So if I were to do that, then I think that's probably about as good as we're going to get, honestly, over here. We're going to need this at some point. Alright, cart shed here. Let's actually slow this down to 1x speed, so we have fewer interruptions. Let's see, it's October. A lot of harvesting still to be done, but it's early October and we do have laborers. Seems to be a pretty decent employment of everybody here, so that's fine. Now let's not forget to... Oh, okay, there's one tree left, so I can't replant that. That's fine. Okay, just want to make sure we're not missing anything here. Why are you moving out? Because you couldn't find enough food. Well, I can assure you we have enough food. But maybe we just need to get a head start by moving some of these oxen over here into the bull shed, huh? And I probably should have been using some of these guys for the beasts of burden, but what can I say? You know how this works at this point. Sheesh, we got a lot of these guys. Well, we can turn these all into beef, because people are going to end up eating them anyway. We just have a lot of oxen. I don't know why they're making so many bulls. Like, I wish there was a way, if you had education for your cow shed, you could have people figure out that, hey, if you castrate them at birth, then they're not going to keep spreading like wildfire. So maybe one of these three could learn that. That's at some point. I don't know, maybe that's on the future roadmap, animal husbandry or farming techniques or something. In some sort of a specialized educational thing. The game is still in alpha, so I guess I can't be too picky about that, but that would be a very, very convenient thing to have. We have way too many of these oxen. We cannot, it's unsustainable to have to deal with this. And we still don't have enough milk. So that should tell you everything you need to know. How about this? Oh man, all this stuff in this game. Love the game. Do not love this. I'm not going to say it's broken because that's probably unfair to say that, but it's definitely not a healthy mechanic for sure. All right, so we're going to have a carpentry here. We don't have any other food storage. We just have our farm. So if we were going to build some housing out here, probably would need to have better infrastructure. So this would not be a good place for row houses. We already have all of this. This is an absurd amount of row houses here. We really don't need anybody else to live right here. This area we have been building in, but we also kind of don't really need any more row houses here either. Like, I mean, like there's nothing in here. And of course, there's nothing in there because we haven't been putting anything in there. But it seems kind of like it's missing the point to just have that attitude towards stuff. So what we'll do is we'll just keep on putting a few more of these guys here. Kind of close this in a little bit. Not entirely, but we'll close this in just a tiny bit. Open up this space for maybe some more farming or hops or orchards or something. But as always, I do want to make sure that we build a couple of these every time because, well, that's pretty much our brand now, isn't it? Just building a whole bunch of these row houses all the time. It's good fun, though. All right, so we got our 2-story right here. And then right next door, we'll put in, probably not the worst idea to put in one with a store, even though I know we have a few others over here that are functioning as a store. Yeah, like this guy right here. Yep, now selling salt. So we have this one, we have this one. Oh, is that a 3-story? No, okay, that's a 2-story. Good. Because these are all supposed to be 2 stories. Alright, so then we'll come in right next to him with one of these. And build a couple more. 2-story like so. Make sure this actually intersects. It's very, very close. Alright, that's going to look fine there. And then we'll put in an arch one. Make sure we get the correct roof line here. There we go. Excellent. We'll put in one of these guys. Get this to line up. And I think, depending on how we want this to finish out, we can either have this kind of come out this way, or we can have it kind of just continue here, or maybe do like a shallower angle, because this is where it starts to slope a little differently. Yeah, let's put that there. And then see. Nope, I gotta get the other pattern here. There we go. So if I just leave this guy like this, and then I try to do a corner. Okay, well I gotta get the other corner piece. There we go. So that's like too much of a straight shot here. That might actually be. Oh, okay. Well, that is going to be probably required at this point. Honestly, let's see. Can I get this to come out any more this way without looking completely ridiculous? No, I cannot. So instead, I will get rid of that row house. Or did I not do that correctly? No, there we go. Oh, I can't read. What style is that gonna be? I think, sheesh. This is what happens. This is the problem when you have a bunch of stuff in your build queue, is you're going to forget what style. I guess it doesn't really matter. That's the fancy one. That should be the non-fancy one, but I also don't know. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it matters. I think we don't need to worry about it. So I think what we'll just do is we'll just start kind of doing one of this type of thing here. Just gradually bring it in. And then see if that is going to work any better. It's also no guarantee that this, actually looks decent, but what do we care? We're having a good time anyway. So that should fit there. I think we're not going to need another one with the skip through entrance, because that should work. All right, can I fit this uneven terrain? Is there going to be any way I can get this to actually want to build? I don't think so. So that might have to be the end right here, which is unfortunate, unless I can get this guy to fit. Okay, that's actually not the worst, to just have that kind of capped off like so. I don't think it's going to let me build another one right here, but we can mess with that and maybe try. Now, I know before we actually get into... I don't even remember which style of roof this is supposed to be. No, I want the fancy one. There we go. I think before we get all of these things built, we're really going to have to import a lot of materials. So let's do that. Let's just try one more time if I can get a 3-story row house to go here. I don't think it's going to let me, but if I don't check, I'm going to be irritated that I didn't. Yeah, there's probably no way this actually works. Unfortunately, because that would look kind of nice like that, actually. Yep, that's a shame. Oh well. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these things here in the queue. Which means we're going to need a lot of... Yeah, we're going to need a lot of lime. I only have 9,000. I think each of these probably requires about... Oh, the 3 stories require 1,000. These only require 800, so we might be okay. The window glass... we're actually probably okay on those too. Alright, but bricks, we have almost 82,000 bricks. If we're actually producing bricks right now, that might be okay. That's a glassworks. Where's my, there we go, distiller. One of these is going to be making bricks. There we go, brickworks. Okay, gathering materials, waiting on clay, sand, water. Okay, so they're waiting on everything. All right, it is still October. I know we've been working at this for quite a long time. They still have not finished building this house. But they did, I believe, finish building, yes, our little cart shed right here. So we'll order all of those carts, set our fullness to 75%, copy paste our settings, and that hopefully will make this area work a little bit better. We can plant some trees or shrubs or something here. Which, actually, let's do that now. See if this fits. Dog rows, bushes. All right, I'm going to put these way up against the building here. Then we'll put a fence out front to try and discourage people from walking through. All right, that... Yeah, it works. It's not the most beautiful thing ever, but that's fine. Now, let's see. I can put this here, and then that there. That'll work nicely. And then we'll do the same kind of a... Why does it want to connect to this so bad? That is... I wish it wouldn't do that. But that's fine. And before we're done today, I am going to build some more of this stuff, but I did want to go ahead and get this whole thing taken care of. Keep you guys a nice long time lapse. And I think we should be okay. I'm kind of paranoid about the glass though, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase another 2,000. And we'll go ahead and prep with some of this stuff too, selling the broadcloth. Now it is mid-October, and these guys aren't going to want to trade during the winter, so some of this might not get here in time. We'll see. It is good to have this stuff queued up, though, because these things can usually take about a year to fully... Yeah, see, that's why I needed to do this. We need more mead. 20,000, we should... maybe not 20,000. Maybe I'll try for 15. I think that's much more doable. We'll order that just fine. I already sold beer, so that's looking good. Outside of that, we should... Yeah, the fish is always going to be a problem, unfortunately. But these guys are chugging along, seems. Still in the process of getting wagons in, but the carts are all out everywhere. working hard, supplying things, and proving to be a good benefit to everything going on. So now we have village house under construction. We have our forestry that is attempting to get stuff done. We have a lot of trees that have to be taken. I don't know if you can see this, but these this village house needs 3 trees. This chicken coop needs 7. This one needs 3. This one needs 12. This one needs 6. This is almost too small for me to even read. So what I will do instead is give these guys a chance. I'm going to start dragging the row houses up toward the oh, or the game can crash. That's fine too. Alright, so game's not crashed anymore. So what I was trying to say before I had to reload everything was we're going to start moving these row houses to the front of the queue because this can take these guys forever to get these trees out of here. So let's continue doing this. Hopefully the game doesn't crash again on me. But we'll move these into place, and then we'll have ourselves a very long time lapse. And at the end, we'll do a little bit of decorating, and then we'll say goodbye for this week's Ostriv video. But there you have it. We have this one house at the very front of the queue. Just make sure that we didn't actually lose the rest of this. Good. So we didn't lose any time. It just crashed right at that autosave. But yeah, there you have it. I'll keep you guys moving around the map during the rest of this. We'll see exactly how long it takes. I'm going to put my money on about an hour of real-time running the game at 12 times speed to get all this done, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know when it's done. But yeah, I will see you on the other side of this time-lapse. Alright, that took a really long time. About an hour in real life to get through, seems like most of 2 years, year and a half-ish. But we now, I'm going to slow this down 1 time speed. We now have this area pretty much fully done. Carpentry is, well, theoretically, can be working on stuff. We have an entire new area up here in the corner making a whole bunch of chickens. And we have supply to feed the chickens. We have 4 wells, and we have a granary that is going to be holding more barley in addition to what we have here, and some chicken meat, some chicken eggs, and we're going to fill the rest with stuff that locals are growing and turn that on right there. So that is going to be a good resource for all of these families right here. Now we can build a bunch more houses here now, but we're not going to do that today. I did promise we're going to have a nice decorating session at the end of today's episode. So that is what we are going to do. We got a bunch of stuff we can be doing here. And why don't we just go ahead and start by putting in some benches here. So that's very, very frequently get comments saying, hey, you never put benches anywhere. No wonder your people take forever to do stuff. Well, we'll fix that. Put in a few of these things. Give people a place to rest. Do that down here as well. Plenty of space to find a place to put benches. So we'll just straighten that out a tiny bit. And then I think right here we'll put in a couple of bushes. There we go. That's never a bad idea. Yeah, sit right under the chimney. Get your black lung here. Anyway, I really like how this game looks with the fields in the fall. It was always a nice image. I just wish these white lines weren't everywhere. It makes it kind of hard to get a good screen cap for a title card. And that's another thing. Like every time I do one of these videos, I'm like, what in the world am I going to possibly put in the thumbnail that I haven't already done? And half the time that just comes back to me thinking, you know what? why don't I just put in a bunch of these fields? Because I think it always just looks so nice. So in fact, that is what I'll do right now. Is I'll grab myself a nice little a screen capture here of some fields, and that'll probably end up being today's video cover, unless I find something better by the time we get done with this. But as I promised, we're going to decorate this area, and I think a good idea to start with would be putting some trees down the middle. I always like to use maples for this, so I'm actually going to pause the game to put these in because it's going to make it run a little bit better. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple different sections here. We have this needs to be open so we can get into this area. So from here to about here, we'll just run these right down the middle. I might put a fence on either side to kind of separate traffic. Then we'll have this open right here, like a big plaza. Might put some decoration thing in the center. And then we'll do a similar thing coming all the way down here until we have the opening for our trading post. And then we'll probably just pave the rest of this down here. So we'll go ahead, pick an arbitrary spot, maybe right about here to start with. And we'll just stick this right up the middle here, about wherever it will let me place trees. We'll go up to about here, and then we'll leave a little bit of a space for the road to intersect. And this way, I think we'll leave this open to put another building here. But those trees will get us a good start there, and then we'll come right down about, say, here-ish. And then just bring this all the way down here, wherever it will let me place some trees. Leave a little bit of extra room on the right side because we have the entrances to these buildings. And then I think, yeah, this will be the last tree we put right there. And then we'll just have to, I believe, leave this open here. Might put some trees here in a future thing, but right now I just kind of want to get this all taken care of. Now that all these trees are there, let's come along with our fences. Fence number 4 is a very good one for this. Oh, it's not going to let me place it in the middle of the trees. I was kind of hoping it would, but that's fine. We'll just put that there so we don't have anybody climbing in between trees to try and get a cut through across something else. Yeah, sometimes you got to follow along the outside of these, but that ought to take care of that pretty well. And then all we have to do now, check our stock on stone. We have 13,000-ish. I had to order more in the middle of that time lapse if you paid attention to that. But now what we can do is we can try to find. Yes, it's not going to let me play nice too much here. I don't think we're going to have to get creative about how our stuff is laid out here, because of the way the game forces us to use these pavement sections. Might end up looking a little bit scuffed, but we'll see what happens. We can always go back and take something out. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to leave this middle part open for just a second. Let's check and see. We have gazebos. We have this Patron of the Arts monument as well. I don't think this fits particularly well here because of how large it is, nor do the gazebos, but I think what might be kind of cool, we have all these maple trees. What if we have the cottonwood trees here, we have the cottonwood trees here. If we had maybe a couple of them in the middle here and kind of fenced around, that might be neat. Or if we take something else, like just a contrasting design. I think, well, our options are a little limited right now, but I'm going to just kind of try this, see if this works. If I can get away with doing this, it's not a perfect diamond, but I think that'll be fine. Got those 4 trees right there, and then what I'm going to do is place a fence around them, kind of quasi-octagonal. Not going to be perfect. Of course, we can't completely close this off because they haven't planted the trees yet, so don't let me do that. But we'll leave one side of this open. And then once they planted the trees, we'll close that in. But this is enough for us to go ahead and continue paving. So we will do just that. Might have to... Yeah, if it actually lays those stones down like that, then that's going to be nice. So we'll stick that there. We'll come in here again and do like so. And then I think this will be okay. We'll try that. If not, we can always pull it back up. I'm a little concerned about this little sliver right here, but I think it's going to be fine. So that section's all done. For the sake of time-lapsing this, which I actually kind of don't want to do. So that's a lot of time lapses for one day. But for the sake of watching this, we might want to just continue from this point and then come back up. It's going to take them a little while to get all this done. They got to plant all the trees. They got to bring all this other stuff in, and then we'll see what happens. I actually don't know if it's going to plant all these trees because of the distance to a forestry. We'll see. If I have to build a forestry to plant these trees, that's going to be a little annoying, but we'll survive. Yeah, I don't see any of these built yet, so we'll have to come back in and check on that at a later date. But right now what we need to do is get this whole area more or less yeah, see, it's not going to let us have fun with that. So what we'll do instead, something like this. Build a big section. See, look, there they go. Let's see if I can get this to play nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some weird geometry nonsense to get this to work correctly. I think it's gonna be fine if I have it set up like this. Yeah, it's a little challenging getting this put together, but we'll be all right. We'll be fine. Now this section I'll just have set like so. Oh, it says places occupied. Now, is that because of down here? I think it. There we go. All right, that solved that problem. But look how much better this looks with just stone down here. And once the trees are placed, it's going to look even better. It looks like they've gotten one of these planted already. It's going to take them a while, so we'll let them continue on with that. And then think about the geometry of the rest of this. I think it's going to be just a little bit of a challenge. I kind of don't want to put any more up here until I know exactly what's going to go in this spot. So we might just go ahead and leave that open for now. And I guess, nope, I'm going to have to move it one little slot down here because I don't want to cut down any trees. Can I get all the way over to here? Just about, actually. So we'll roll with that. We'll see if that ends up working out. Then I think if I've done this correctly, I can get the rest of this in one. Not quite. Not quite. There we go. Alright, so that's looking good. Now the hard part is going to be getting... Yeah, I didn't do myself any favors with this. So this is going to become kind of a problem here, isn't it? Now, I can get away with that. I think we'll be fine. There's probably some sort of arbitrary limit to the amount of times I can draw one of these in the game, and I just don't know it. I'm setting myself up for failure. But that is how we learn. Nope, don't remove the maple tree. I want to... Nope, not government. I want to put a pavement in. Yeah, so it's not going to let me start there, but it will let me start down here. So if I'm careful how I lay this out, I might... Yeah, that might work. Did they get another one of these trees put in? I legitimately cannot tell. I don't think so. So that's done, and now we get our favorite geometry problems again. I think it'll let me get away with that. And then I should come in here. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. All right. Cool. So now we just have to come in this side. I'm going to do this in some smaller chunks to make sure we can actually put stuff where it needs to go. More or less going to follow the shape of the fence on this one side. Yeah, see it changes shape there, so that's going to work nicely. And then we'll do this last little bit here. So now we have this space. That's all of this entire thing. If I've done this correctly, I should be able, yes, should be able to get all this in one thing. Looks like that. Yep, that's going to work out just fine. I should probably leave this space open for right now, but what I'll go ahead and do is to continue following this down. Okay, it's not going to let me get away with that, so I guess I can only go out to here-ish. Yeah, I'll just have that. And then this can come out a little bit more this way. All right, now we're getting, look how nice this looks now. That is such a big improvement over having the random tracks on the ground. And this is quite the mess. We'll see if we can get this fixed. We might have to put a forestry right here just to make sure they can plant all these trees. But outside of that, I'm going to go ahead and now come in on this side and just build all the way across here with a little bit of a narrow one. There we go, so that's all connected. And then I'm going to leave some space open in front of these guys so we can do that later. I'll just follow this with a couple of smaller ones and then start making our way around the curve here. Leave some space at the front in case we want to put any benches or a fence here. It's probably going to be a fence because of how steep this is. But that's looking good. This, oh, this bridge is, it's not great. I think we're gonna redo this bridge just because of how horrific this is. But that's neither here nor there. What we do need to do is connect all of this stuff up. And how are we doing on stone? Oh, we haven't even used 1,000 stone yet. All right. We are in excellent shape. There we go. Make that into a nice weird shaped thing. If I had done better in geometry, I'd probably know what to call that, but I did not. So we're just gonna let that happen. I'm gonna bring this out to about here. I don't know that this is gonna overlap the way I want to, so I'm going to bring that out to about there. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And then we'll just fill in this last little bit. Yeah, just like that. All right, there go those sheep again. And then in front of this, it's probably best to wait until the pavement's actually done to get in there. But look at this! Look at all this pavement we got here. And this is really, really starting to look nice. And I know it's about to be winter time, but they are very slowly planting trees, so who knows? Maybe we'll get ourselves a nice pavement time lapse, because I cannot make you guys sit through all this mess. So let's slow this down real quick. Let's take a quick stock of where we are. We've put a bunch of these down. I didn't put any trees down on this side because this, couldn't think of a good way to do it. But one thing we didn't do that we probably need to before we get too much further, I'm going to pause so I don't have to look at snow, is we want to make this into a little enclosed area here. And I think it would probably be fine with just some nice trees. We have bushes here. And that is probably fine like it is. I think I can just move this right here. Yep, that's going to work. I don't even have to have a fence on the front side here. But I did want to have that be kind of a nice separated thing. So let's just put in See if I can get this to play nice with me here. I know I want one in the corner. I don't think I can get another one in the middle. No, but that's fine. We'll just space these out a little bit more to compensate. Then I think... There we go. Some nice, nice maple trees. And we'll just kind of leave this open. They can't walk through here, so it's never going to become trodden pavement. But that is going to look really nice, I think. A nice little area. Might put some benches in, actually. Would be a good spot for that. So just, how about a pair of benches just kind of chilling like this. And then in between, put a lovely lilac bush for some color. Yep, that's going to fit just fine. Put another one on the outside here, and then one more. Yep, that'll fit. Cool, that's going to look really nice in the spring. So that is a good way to fill that space up, and look how much better this already is looking so much better. Divides this area up a little bit, creates a little bit of interest with these 4 trees here. If they can plant them, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is why you want to be careful when you're doing your reforestation stuff, because it's very easy to just forget about these for a couple years, and then all of a sudden you have no wood. So let's just click through on these guys. And then I didn't want to do another time lapse, but you know, we kind of have to. So I'm just going to leave this up here and put it at 12 times speed, and you guys get to see a whole bunch of stonework getting laid. Or maybe I want to flip it around this way. I think this might look better to flip it around like this. You'll get to see a whole lot of stones get put down. And on the other side of it, we'll have that fully done. Maybe it might even be the end of winter. And yeah, so you get 2 time lapses in 1 episode. Lucky you. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right, finally, after all that, go back to 1 time speed. We got a lot of pavement put down, and it looks like they've planted all the trees. Cool. All right, so what that's going to do, these trees are going to grow up very nicely like the ones over here, and that's really going to help complete the look of this area. I did leave some space here, so we could do some... Excuse me, sir. Hello? Where are you going, bud? Can I help you? What's up? you didn't want to take that bridge or this bridge, so you said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna walk through here. You know, all of these bridges now have become a little bit screwed up. I don't remember this being like this. What in the world is happening here? So, okay, well now I'm curious, because I know this was not like this. Is this one also messed up? No. Is this one also messed up? I mean, maybe a little bit over here, but no, not really. This one seems like it may have been adjusted. That one, possibly. This one, ironically, looks the most normal of any of them that we've seen so far. This one's looking okay. This one's definitely... Yeah, the game has adjusted some of these, I think, and not in a great way. So I don't really know what to say about that. Kind of a curiosity. But we did get a lot done today. We got... I don't really love this. I think we need to do something in here. So if you have any ideas what you might want to see in this spot, please do let me know in the comments. We'll see. We have the school here. We could probably put a couple other things here. I know I definitely want to fence a lot of this off so it's not just crisscross paths everywhere. Then we have some space up here we really haven't done very much with, but this area I think I'm really starting to like. I'm going to put, like I said earlier, I'm going to put something else here. I don't want it to be another cart shed, but the way these things are being used, it honestly might need to be another cart shed. We'll see. So if you have any ideas, do let me know. And when you're talking in the comments about building stuff, please be specific with where this stuff is going, because this is a very large map. We've got a lot done. There's still plenty more that can be done. This is yeah, this bridge looks okay. I don't hate this, and they are using it, which is nice. Yeah, we didn't have any connectivity over here, but that's going to be very useful for people living here to come down here, and so on and so forth. Looks like our wagons are being well used, as are the carts. Saltworks is salting. This one needs a new ox, so let's stick that in there. Let's make a quick check of our farms here, beginning of March, see if there's anybody missing any oxen here. I don't think so, but it's always good to go around and just check to make sure. I think we are, I think we're good. I don't know how many times I've clicked through this, honestly. I kind of lost track. But yeah, that is looking nice. And we are well on our way to having yet another episode next week of plenty of stuff to do. The recording time of this is already at like 2 hours, 20 minutes, but I'm going to try and get it edited down to around an hour through the use of our time lapses. We'll see how long it actually takes. I generally don't cut anything out, but nobody is going to watch a 2-hour Ostriv video. I can promise you that, looking at the metrics for these. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know a lot of you were asking for more of the path decoration and the trees and everything, so we did a little bit of that today, a little bit of additional building. We got tons more to do over here, but hopefully our supply of chicken meat and eggs and all that stuff is okay. Well, there's actually none over here, which is fine, I guess, but every little bit helps, you know. It's a very, very long process. Believe it or not, we still have about a third of the map to build on. So I don't know if we're going to be able to finish that out or not. But I figured I'd give you guys another nice long episode this week. Probably going to transition these into streams soon. But we'll see. Aside from that, that's pretty much all we got for today. After all this other stuff we got accomplished, I think it's looking pretty nice. We'll see what happens in the future. But again, thanks for being here. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend a little bit of time with me playing these games. As always, big thanks to the Beard Boosters as well. You can find out more information about that in the description if you're so inclined. But you are never obligated to do anything, not even to watch these videos. So just the fact that you're here means a lot to me. And I hope whatever you're doing, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.